I'm out in my market garden. I am harvesting our last wholesale order of the year because I'm beat down. Such a bad pun. And also so are the produce is just tired. And what's left in the ground we will eat. But I am exhausted. This has been a long, hard season. And I am a mother and a wife before I'm a farmer. Tired. The beets are tired. The veggies are tired. This is probably the last wholesale order. I'm gonna go through these scraps. There's some smaller beets in here we can bring into the house. I don't know. I haven't tried pickled beets yet. There's always that to try. So I'll give that a whirl maybe. But shoot, guys. It's been a long season. It's been a super long season. We homeschool and we are at home. Trey does work, but other than that, we are home. And I homeschool the kids. And it is fall and it's mid-October and the farm has just got, it's time for it to stop. It never stops, but it's time for me to stop selling and for me to start really focusing in on the children's schooling. We need to really dive in deeper. So that's what we got to focus on now. And it's mid-October. It's time to do it. The garden needs to get put to bed. We got to plant garlic. We got to get the wood in the woodshed. We have big, that is not a analogy. That's like legit. There's 2 cords of wood that need stacked in the woodshed. Got a lot we got to get done. Crap's getting real, man. Snow's about to fly. And the hay is in the barn. So the snow can come once the wood is actually in the shed. But I guess if snow was in the forecast, we could really bust it and stack it up. But I'm feeling ready for winter except for the garden. We got to get this. We got to get it going. So I got to plant garlic and then I got to mulch garlic. And then throughout the winter, that's my priority. Plant the garlic, mulch the garlic. If nothing else gets done, so be it. But hopefully the rest of the garden gets put to bed, but at least the little garden will get put to bed. In theory. I can't commit to anything right now. I told you school is priority. I got to get to school and good. I'm sure I'm not gonna be anybody's role model for market gardening because I had to stop watching market gardeners on YouTube because comparison is real and there's these men that are awesome have beautiful, beautiful farms and it's their full-time gig. My full-time gig is being a mom and being a wife and trying and I'm working darn hard at it and it can get exhausting. So throw on market gardening, it adds on a new thing. So my priority is not this farm. My priority is those children. I watched one this year and I think he's a great farmer, but he said a comment that was, he's like, if you can't keep up with your weeds going to seed, then there's a bigger problem going on. Okay. And it was really discouraging to hear that because that whole thing is going to seed. A lot of my garden is going to seed and weed seeds and all the things are spreading everywhere out of control. But I'm still doing it. I'm still plugging it away. So I really don't like that. And so to say, yeah, obviously I got bigger problems, but one thing is for sure, this is an addition to my life. To enhance it, this is not my life. And it kind of got flipped backward a few months ago and I'm not going to deal with that crap. I can't deal with that crap. My whole life felt like it was just out of control and it was not a good place to be in. So figuring out that this is an accessory to my life has made my life a lot less chaotic and a lot less stressful and a lot less pressure put on myself to succeed. Ever since I did that, wholesale accounts kind of fell into my lap and it's been easier. And I completely said I was not going to sell vegetables next year. We're still going to sell vegetables, just not in the way we originally had planned. It's too much work to do a farm stand every day. It's too much work to do a farm stand, my own farm stand weekly for me. It's not realistic. unless something changes and I'm making a gazillion dollars, can afford 1 million employees. That's just not gonna happen. It's me, myself, and I. And now we were blessed with some interns, but they're still learning. They got a lot to learn. It's a lot of hard work. So what I was saying was, I can't compare myself to these farmers I'm watching, and I had to stop watching them because their lifestyle is not realistic for my lifestyle. They are full-time farmers. They don't let weeds go to seed. They can't possibly imagine a life where this is not your full-time gig. For weeds to go to seed, it is okay. Like, life will go on. The unrealistic expectations I put on myself were putting me in a horrible, horrible mindset and a horrible, it was not a good health space, mental health space. So I do what I can. And what I can do is get the garlic planted and get it mulched before the snow comes. But I may not. I still might have a field full of weed seeds by the time spring comes. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Because these people I'm watching aren't homeschooling their children. They aren't a wife. They may be husbands, but I guarantee you they're not doing the cooking, the cleaning, the house managing, the schooling of the children, the farming, all of it together. They're not doing all that. So I may be superwoman, I know, but I ain't. I suppose weeds are my kryptonite. Man, I am all sorts of full of cheesy puns today. So like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe nothing. Here I go. I need to dig through these beet greens. Have you tried beet greens? Because I have yet to try them in like a salad or anything. No. Oh. Maybe. That's not bad. It kind the leaf is thick, but not like charred thick. But not like charred. Spinachy? I don't know. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Well, we got the beets harvested and wholesale order out. And then I just planted a bed of garlic. We still have quite a bit of garlic. We planted this whole bed. It's about to rain, which is awesome. I don't have time to mulch the bed today, but we'll do that another day. Show you how I plant. We did 18 to 20 pounds of garlic this year. And this is my 3rd year planting garlic. I have gotten better each year, so hopefully this is my best year. And I've learned along the way. So garlic comes in the bulbs. You want to separate out all the cloves. The cloves individually look like this. You leave the paper on. If you take the paper off, I'm not going to say you can't grow in it because gardening is versatile. You might be able to do it. So, but it's better to keep the paper on. You'll want to go like about 4 inches deep. We have a super harsh climate here. I went about 2 inches deep last year and I lost about half the garlic. Here, I'm going to clean off my lens. Better. I lost about half the garlic and I don't want to make that mistake again. So I went 3.5 to 4 inches deep, and then we're also going to mulch this bed with a nice thick layer of hay, probably 6 inches of hay. I want to be on the safe side. What I've learned about garlic in my years planting it is that it's a heavy feeder. It wants fertilization, it wants good compost. Look at this soil. I mean, seriously, this is gorgeous. How we make our beds is we put, which I'm sure there's gonna be a bazillion videos about this, because we're gonna be doing that a lot. We're going to be refreshing beds. We're gonna be starting over on beds and starting new ones. So we lay cardboard down first, and then typically in the fall, but this was done early summer. And the cardboard, I can see bits and pieces of it, but it's mainly disintegrated already. Like here's a piece of it, but that's great for your soil health. And it's a relatively weed-free bed, which is awesome for year 1. So I used to be anti putting cardboard down any other time besides the fall, but because of this, it's changed my mind, and you can do it anytime. Just be prepared to plant shallow root crops. Don't plant carrots with long tap root. They're not going to make it through the cardboard when the cardboard's not super soggy. So you can plant, I did Parisian market carrots in these beds. They did great. I did lettuce in this beds. I did radishes in this bed. It did awesome. So just be prepared. If you do that, you're gonna have to use it for shallow root crops. It's about to rain, and I'm so excited because this is the perfect time to get this whole bed planted. Our volunteer, Kathleen, my friend, came out and helped us plant this bed. It was awesome. We also, the other day, we planted this whole, up to that post right there, of sunchokes from the gate to there. So it should be just like a huge wall of sunchokes next year. Sunchokes, another name for them is Jerusalem artichokes. And I hope it just is a ton of them. And then we can replant them all around the whole big garden, which is going to be awesome. But the sound quality might be awful. We got some crazy hair. What else is new? I got crazy hair all the time. So I'll just show you this clove. What I do is, there's the one I planted earlier. I'll just show you that one. So get yourself some good loose soil. Measure about 4 inches down, 3.5. The pointy tip of your garlic you want up. Put it down in the soil, cover it up. Voila! Now, if you live in a southern climate, you'll still probably want to, I don't know, if you live in a really mild winter climate, maybe mulching if you go that deep isn't necessary. But because our harsh winters, this ground isn't going to be unthawed till the end of April. Typically can be frozen by now, but it's not, so we're pretty fortunate. Probably November, beginning of November, this ground won't be workable. So get it in deep, mulch the crap out of it. We're gonna get some old hay on it within the next few weeks before the real frost comes and the snow comes. And snow is actually a real big benefit. It has a lot of nutrition in it, where I've heard it being called the poor man's compost or poor man's fertilizer. Some people melt snow, I would have to melt a ridiculous amount to keep it in to do this garden, but they'll keep it for their small garden and put it on throughout the summer. It's awesome for fertilization, for super cheap, free. You just have to do the work of saving it and keeping it. But planting in compost, which is what we do, is great. It's my preferred method, and this will get a fresh layer of compost in the spring. This is Flashy. He is our sort of kitten. Oh my gosh, he likes to attack. This is Trey's cat. Trey was a cat hater, and then Flash came into our life. Hey, get off the garlic. He's normally inside. We have a lot of coyote problems, but he gets to come outside during the day. Here, crazy garden kitten. That's what we do for garlic. We planted last year. I ordered 6 pounds, and like half of it germinated. It was from an online company. This year I ordered it from a local farm. Super excited. We're gonna mulch the crap out of this. That way it survives the winter. Come on. We spent a lot of money on this garlic. So 18 to 20 pounds. I think it was closer to 20 pounds. 250 bucks. Yeah. So the plan is never buying garlic ever again. We also are gonna sell it, so don't worry. A normal person should not have to buy, unless you really go through garlic. You should not have to pay $250 to plant garlic. Also, just get some garlic, organic garlic from Trader Joe's or Costco, Fred Meyer, Walmart, whoever the heck you can find organic garlic, and plant that. It'll do just fine. So, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Flashy. Flashy says goodbye. The life of the garden kitty.